Hi there, and welcome to the Reach for the Top 2022 National Championship. This is semi-final number 2 between Lisgar of Ottawa and the Renert School of Alberta. The winner of this match will meet Glebe Collegiate Institute in the championship final. We'll get to know our players in a little bit, but for now, we're going to start with snappers to start the round. These are general knowledge questions. These are open to all players. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. What soccer player is infamous for a handball save against Ghana in the 2010 season?
Suarez?
That's correct. Which character in the Star Wars universe has the first name of Sheev?
Isaac?
Hondo.
That's incorrect. Anyone on Renert?
Palpatine. Do we know? Palpatine.
Stephen?
Palpatine.
That's correct for 10. A chemical reaction that takes place in the lower layers of the epidermis and requires UVB radiation is the main natural source of what vitamin?
Roman?
Vitamin D.
That's correct for 10. A recent referendum voted to separate the island of Bougainville from what country?
Johnny?
Papua New Guinea.
That's right. Sea urchins and sea stars are members of what phylum?
Darren?
Echidormata.
That is correct for 10. We're now moving over to assigned questions. These are on gods and goddesses. We're going to talk to all of our players in this round. And in this round, each member of each team is assigned a 10-point question. If you miss it, it goes to your counterpart on the other side for 10 points. We'll start with Team A, that's Lisgar. Let's meet Isaac first. Isaac, who is obsessed with Formula One, gets this question for 10. Ahura Mazda is the creator god in what Iranian religion?
Isaac?
Zoroastrianism?
That's correct for 10. Moving over to Nayef in seat 2, who likes playing tennis. Here's your question. Proponents of the Trinity in Christianity believe that God, Jesus, and what other entity are the three persons united in one God?
Nayef?
The Holy Spirit.
That is correct for 10. Darren loves sports and music and gets this question. What husband of Isis and father of Horus is the Egyptian god of fertility and the dead?
Darren?
Osiris.
Correct for 10. Dhruv likes math and spends too much time online, but hopefully he'll know this question. Who is the Greek goddess of hearth and home?
Ruth?
Hestia.
That's correct. Well done. Let's move over to the Rennet School from Alberta. Justin tells me, I like Marvel movies and detest avocado. Let's see if the question falls your way. Tlaloc and Quetzalcoatl were among the gods worshipped by what civilization?
Justin?
The Aztecs.
That's correct for 10. Stephen likes reading Wikipedia and gets this question. What counterpart of Demeter is the Roman goddess of agriculture?
Stephen?
Fertility, no.
No, I'm sorry. Nayef?
Nayef?
Bacchus.
No, it's Ceres. Roman, who is a big Star Trek fan, live long and prosper, Roman, gets this question. What ruler of Folkvanger is the Norse goddess of love?
I do not know.
No answer. Darren, to steal? No, that's Freya. And finally, we go to Johnny, who likes sports and taking the metro, gets this question for 10. What preserver god in Hinduism sometimes descends to Earth in the form of an avatar when the cosmic order is threatened?
Johnny?
Vishnu.
Vishnu is correct for 10. Both teams back in it on a Who Am I question. This question's worth 40 points on the first clue and 10 points less on each succeeding clue until either team answers the question correctly. Clue A for 40 points, both teams. In one of my most famous works, repeated high D-sharp notes in the right hand represent the sound of bells. Who am I for 40 points?
Stephen?
Tchaikovsky.
That's incorrect. Anyone in Lisgar?
Anyone have a guess? Good.
Yeah. Rock.
Isaac?
Ra.
No. Clue B for 30, both teams. My composition, Les Préludes, is considered the first...
Isaac?
Debussy.
No, I will finish for Renert. It's considered the first symphonic poem, a genre I am credited with inventing. I also composed the extremely difficult Mephisto waltzes. Who am I for 30?
Is it Rossini?
Maybe Strauss.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Roman?
Strauss.
That's incorrect. Clue C for 20, both teams. I composed 12 pieces based on Paganini compositions, including La
Isaac.
Campan...
Rachmaninoff.
Pardon me?
Rachmaninoff.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Renert. La Campanella, as well as a set of 3 love dreams, or Liebestrauma. Who am I for 20?
It's German.
German. Strauss, maybe?
Justin.
Richard Strauss?
That's incorrect.
I'm pausing for the next.
Hold on a second.
Isaac.
List.
That is correct for 10 points. So just for those who are watching, as both teams had not got correctly clue C, we had players buzz in for clue D, just to clarify. What city am I question? Same rules apply as the who am I question. And what city am I for 40 points? Clue A. In one political cartoon, my male mayor was depicted pregnant and on the phone.
Roman.
Toronto.
That is incorrect. I will finish for Lisgar. On the phone with an abortion specialist after making an incorrect prediction about a sporting event. What city am I for 40?
New York, maybe? I don't know.
Sure.
Isaac.
New York City.
That is incorrect. Clue B for 30, both teams. A modular housing complex in me called The Habitat was designed by architect Moshe Savdi. What city am I
Isaac?
for?
Halifax.
I am not. Anyone in Renert for 30?
Maybe London.
Time.
Johnny.
Sorry, time was called. We'll continue for clue C for 20. My highest point is the top of a giant metal cross on a hill.
Stephen.
Rio de Janeiro.
That's incorrect. I'll finish with Lisgar. Metal cross on a hill reminiscent of an earlier cross that was erected by my founders in the 1640s. What city am I for 20,
Montreal.
Lisgar?
Montreal.
Montreal.
Isaac.
Montreal.
That's correct for 20. Well done. Open
Sure.
questions, holes in science. Electron holes act as charge carriers in what materials whose conductivity ranges between that of...
Naif.
Semiconductors.
Correct, between conductors and insulators. Also known as Einstein-Rosen bridges, what hypothetical structure...
Justin.
Black hole?
No, I'll finish. What hypothetical structure connects 2 distant parts of the universe?
Wormhole, right?
Darren.
Wormhole.
Wormhole's correct. What type of camera uses no lens but a tiny aperture?
Roman.
Pinhole camera.
Pinhole camera is correct for 10. What type of object is a Sagittarius A star located
Darren.
at...
Black hole.
Black hole's right. Open questions on historical sequences. These are all sequences. I'll give you a sequence and listen to the cue of what you have to do with it. Complete the following sequence. What comes third in the following sequence? Tehran, Yalta.
Isaac.
Potsdam.
Correct. Big 3 conferences during World War II. What comes fourth in the following sequence? Lenin, Stalin, Khrushchev.
Stephen.
Brezhnev.
That is correct for 10. Open questions on bowling. What word refers to a bowler's turn in a game of 10-pin bowling in...
Isaac.
Frame.
That is correct. It's a frame. In 10-pin bowling, if you bowl a strike in frame 1, and then a spare in frame 2, and 2 gutter balls in frame 3, how many points do you have?
Johnny.
27.
That's incorrect. Lisgar?
30, maybe.
Okay.
Isaac.
30.
30 is correct. In what country was 5-pin bowling invented?
Naif.
The United States.
Incorrect. Renner?
Maybe
I
Britain.
don't know, like
Johnny.
UK.
No, it's incorrect. Would you believe Canada? That's the end of a round, and we'll be back with another Canadian invention, Reach for the Top, right after this. Welcome back to Reach for the Top. Our scores are currently Lisgar of Ottawa 150 and the Renert School of Calgary 70. Let's go into round 2 with snappers to start the round. Good luck to both teams. A cycle of plays by August Wilson is named after which Pennsylvania city?
Isaac.
Pittsburgh.
That is correct. Robert Mulliken and Linus Pauling named...
Stephen.
Electron.
Pardon me?
Electron.
No. Linus Pauling names scales for what property of an element for which francium has the lowest value?
Atomic
Electronegativity.
No,
Isaac.
electronegativity.
Pardon me?
Electronegativity.
That's correct. What's the capital city of Iowa?
Isaac.
Des Moines.
Correct. All major Canadian airports have an IATA code that begins
Roman.
Y.
with the letter Y. Correct for 10. We now move on to a team question in this two-part team question. Whichever team is first to answer correctly, 10-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for remaining 10-point questions in part 2 scramble for 10 points for both teams. Here we go. What word can mean either a stone receptacle for water used for baptism or a typeset?
Justin.
Well,
That's incorrect. I'll finish. Or a typeset of unique size and face.
Font.
Font.
Buzz,
Okay.
buzz, dude, buzz.
Nayef.
Font.
Font is correct.
Nice.
The remaining questions deal with fonts. They'll go to Lisgar. I can take anyone buzzing in, but make sure you buzz in, and you don't have a lot of time, so hop to it. 10 points for Lisgar. Here we go. What oft-maligned text font has been claimed to be helpful for reading with dyslexia?
Comic
Sans.
Sans.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Isaac.
Comic Sans.
Correct. Developed by Monotype to be used by IBM and Microsoft, what common typeface was designed to imitate Helvetica?
Arial.
I'm
Garrett.
Arial.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nayef.
Arial.
Correct. Fonts are often categorized based on whether they contain what small strokes on the ends of the main strokes.
Serifs.
serifs.
Okay, buzz, boys. Go.
Darren.
Serifs.
That's correct.
That's done.
The next team question, everyone's in it, scramble for 10. What sort of animals would one find performing a waggle dance in an apiary?
Isaac.
Birds.
That's incorrect. Anyone on Renert?
Penguin.
bees, I think.
Apiary. Buzz.
Justin.
Bees.
Bees are correct for 10 points. Well done.
Guys.
Remaining questions yield bees. They go to Renner. Same rules apply. Here we go,
Buzz.
Renner. For 10, the bee species of what animal is the smallest bird?
Hummingbird.
Justin.
Hummingbird.
Correct. Which actor screams "not the bees" in the 2006 movie The Wicker Man?
It's Nicolas Cage, I think.
Justin.
Nicolas Cage.
That's correct, and I think we all were happy I spared you an impression. The mother of almost all other bees in a colony has what renal moniker?
Queen.
Queen, right?
Justin.
Queen.
That's correct. Last of our 40-point team questions, scramble for 10. What ruler's paladin Roland was killed as at Roncesvalles Pass?
Stephen.
Charlemagne.
Pardon me?
Charlemagne.
Is correct for 10. Well done. Many questions deal with Charlemagne and go to Renert. What Western German city served as the capital of Charlemagne's empire and contains a shrine with his remains?
Aachen.
Buzz.
Go for it.
Stephen.
Aachen.
Correct for 10. Charlemagne is often said to have presided over a Carolingian example of what type of event, which also occurred in Italy in the 15th and 16th centuries?
Renaissance. Renaissance, yeah.
Roman.
Renaissance.
Correct. Charlemagne fought numerous wars against what pagan people who name a contemporary German state with capital at Dresden?
Is it the Saxons?
Sure.
Roman.
Saxons?
Correct. Everyone's in
Nice.
on pop music. Jenny, Rose, Lisa, and Sue
Johnny.
Blackpink.
are indeed members of Blackpink. What type of people just want to have fun in a singing?
Darren.
Girls.
That is correct. Tom Tom Club's Mystery of Love was probably sampled on what?
Johnny.
Call Me By Your Name.
No, I'll finish. Sampled on what 90s pop star track fantasy? Lister.
Anybody?
No.
Guess, Darren. Guess something.
I'm sorry, time was out. Mariah Carey. What album featured the singles My Future, Lost Cause, and Therefore I Am, and was released?
Darren.
Everything I Wanted.
No, that's incorrect. Released by Billie Eilish in 2021. Renert.
Oh, do you know?
Bad guy, maybe? I don't know.
Time happier than ever. Open question, spelling in science. It's the quantum number that determines orbital angular momentum. Spell azimuthal.
Justin.
A Z I M U T H A L.
That is correct for 10. It is the element with one more proton than oxygen. Spell fluorine.
Drew.
FLUORINE.
That's correct. It is a mixture of liquids whose chemical composition is unchanged by distillation. Spell azeotrope.
Justin.
A Z E O T R O P H.
That is incorrect. Anyone on the other side? Lisgar.
Did you say trophic or trope?
I think I.
Buzz.
Oh.
Drew.
AZEOTROPE.
That's correct.
Nice.
It is an inertial force that appears to act on objects when viewed in a rotating reference frame. Spell
Steven?
centrifuge.
Okay. CENTRIFUGAL.
That's correct for 10. Well done. Open questions, Italian literature. The best known work of Luigi Pirandello features how many
Isaac?
characters?
6.
Pardon me?
6.
Yes, 6 characters in search of an author, correct. The rhyme scheme ABBA, ABBA,
Isaac.
Petrarch.
correct. What novel sees William of Baskerville investigate a murder in a Benedictine abbey and was written by Umberto Eco?
Isaac.
Color of the Rose.
That's incorrect. Anyone on Renert?
Try.
I have no
I
clue.
don't know.
Time, you're close there, Isaac. The name of the rose.
Name of the rose.
Open question on the number 6. What is 6 factorial?
Johnny.
720.
Correct. In degrees, what is the sum of the interior angles of any polygon with 6
Johnny.
sides?
720 degrees.
Correct. What is 6 cubed?
Steven.
216.
That's correct. And that's our happy end of round noise. We're done with round 2. We'll be back with round 3 after check the scores with the judges and after this break. Welcome back to Reach for the Top. As we start round 3, we've got a great game going. Lisgar of Ottawa has 270, and the Renert School of Calgary has 220. Let's move on to chain snappers to start the round. These are open to both teams. The answer to one question will form the basis for the next. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. The design of what object was last modified in 1960 after Hawaii?
Isaac.
The American flag.
That is correct. According to legend, what seamstress sewed the first
Roman.
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross, the American flag, correct. What chef's older brother on Friends is Ross Geller?
Isaac.
Monica.
Monica's correct. Which U.S. president was impeached?
Johnny.
Clinton.
That is correct. Yes, Bill Clinton. What P word means to discontinue a session of parliament?
Isaac.
Pirogue.
That's correct. Open questions about teams on captured kisses. What Austrian depicted 2 lovers in robes against a gold leaf background in The Kiss?
Johnny.
Klimt.
Correct. At the end of what war did Alfred?
Isaac.
World War II.
Correct. For VJ Day in Times Square. What French sculptor created a marvelous?
Isaac.
Rodin.
That's correct. For The Kiss. What superhero kisses Mary Jane Watson upside down?
Justin.
Spider-Man.
That's correct. In a 2002 Sam Raimi film. Move on to open questions on German loanwords. Books such as Jane Eyre and Wuthering
Steven.
Bildungsroman.
Das ist richtig. That is correct for 10. Pleasure derived from seeing someone else's.
Isaac.
Schadenfreude.
There it is. What is the German word for lightning?
Steven.
Blitz.
That's right. After someone performs a sternutation, it may be polite to say bless you to them.
Darren.
Gesundheit.
And you could also say Gesundheit. That's correct. We'll move on to our shootout. In this shootout, when a player answers a question correctly, they are out and may no longer buzz. The first team to get all 4 players out receive 40 points and up to 12 questions we read. At the end of the 12 questions, if no one has got all of their team members out, then unfortunately no one will receive any points. And a reminder to players, no consultation on these questions whatsoever. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. The line, coffee is for closers, is from what movie?
Isaac.
The Breakfast Club.
No, I'll finish for anyone in Renert. Adapted by David Mamet from his play of the same name.
Roman.
Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross.
Oh, well done you. That's correct. And you are out. What portable underwater breathing device was developed by
Steven.
Aqualung.
That is correct. Which term used in computer science as a last in, first out data structure precedes the word
Ruth.
Stack.
That is correct. In what city is the Canadian Museum for Human Rights next?
Johnny.
Winnipeg.
Yes. Jennifer Goodwin played Snow White on what?
Justin.
Once Upon a Time.
That's correct for 40 points. We now move on to snappers for general knowledge questions to end the game. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. The rejection of all religious and moral principles and
Roman.
Existentialism.
That's incorrect. I'll finish for Lisgar. And moral principles and the belief that life is meaningless defines what philosophical viewpoint from the Latin word for nothing?
Yeah.
Isaac.
Nihilism.
Correct. Situated just east of the Suez Canal, what is the only part of Egypt located?
Johnny.
Deny.
Pardon me?
Deny Peninsula.
Correct. In Asia. On what channel could you watch At Issue and Power and Politics?
Isaac.
BBC.
Correct. What kind of angle is larger than 180 degrees and smaller?
Isaac.
Reflex.
Yes, smaller than 360. Viper and Killjoy are among the playable agents.
Justin.
Valorant.
That's correct. In what year was New France ceded to Great Britain as part?
Steven.
1763.
That is correct. Name any 2 of the countries which share the Brahmaputra River.
Isaac.
India and Pakistan.
That's incorrect. Anyone on Renert?
Bangladesh.
You know?
India and
Go,
China.
Johnny, just go.
Johnny.
India and Bangladesh.
That's correct. What poet wrote Dover Beach?
Isaac.
Arnold.
That's correct. What sport has been played by Abby Wambach, Alex Morgan?
Johnny.
Tennis.
No, I'll finish for Lisgar. And Megan Rapinoe.
Soccer.
Isaac.
Soccer.
Yes. Edward Said wrote what 1978 book criticizing the West's understanding of the East?
Justin.
Passage to India.
No, Lisgar.
This is Orientalism.
Naya.
Orientalism.
That's correct. A cholecystectomy removes what organ of the human body?
Naya.
The colon.
That's incorrect. Anyone on Renner?
Any idea?
I have no clue.
Guess organ.
Gallbladder, maybe?
Justin.
Gallbladder?
For a guess, that's pretty good. It's right for 10. What is the Apple equivalent of Microsoft's Cortana?
Justin.
Siri?
That's correct, and all your phones are going crazy right now. In what modern-day country was the Khmer Empire based?
Roman.
Cambodia.
Yes. The French word for wall is a homophone of the French...
Steven.
Mur.
No, I will finish. Of the French word for what fruit?
Blackberry.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Darren.
Blackberry.
That's correct. And that's the end of the game. And we just received word from our judges. They have our final scores. It was a barn burner, folks. Lisgar, 410. Renert School, 390. Congratulations to both teams. An excellent match. Such high caliber that we're so excited to have here at the Reach semifinals in the National Championships. Congratulations to Lisgar. You will be moving on to the finals, play Glebe. And thank you very much for both teams. It's been Reach to the Top. My name is Ryan Vickers. See you next time.